Hi friends, welcome back to 10-minute recaps. Today, I'm going to explain a fantasy romantic film from 2019 titled, Above the Shadows. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. When Holly was young, she lived in a happy family of 5. Others always ignore her, except her mother. But Holly didn't care, her mother's love was enough. Unfortunately, one day her mother was taken away by a disease. After that, everything changed. The family seemed to think she didn't exist, and no one wanted to talk to her. Gradually Holly became air in the eyes of her teachers. Until she found herself disappearing from the pictures, and the bedroom was also used as a warehouse by the family. Only then did Holly realize that she had really become invisible, completely disappeared from other people's vision and memory as if she had never existed. She asks everyone what is happening but no one answers. A few years later, Holly is now an adult and gradually adapts to her state of being. She lives alone in an apartment. She has a delivery service that bring her necessities and then pass money under the door. She never shows herself as she is afraid people could mistake her for a ghost. Holly also has got a job, mostly working at night. Holly uses her ability to expose celebrities as a freelance tabloid photographer. She takes photos of celebrities' hidden personal life and sells them to tabloids. She always keeps in touch with them via phone texting. Holly enjoys her job so much as she can go anywhere, follow no rules, and not be a part of anything. One night, as she is following a celeb in a bar, Shane, a security guard, notices her suspicious actions. When she leaves, Shane grabs her hand and questions her about taking pictures in the bar. Holly becomes surprised and shocked as it's been a long time since she became invisible to the world. After that, Shane kicks her out of the bar and warns her about respecting other people's privacy. Holly keeps asking him if it is true that Shane can hear and see her. When another guard comes out for a smoke, Holly asks him if he can see her but he doesn't hear or look at her, same as a passing lady. The following day, she visits her mom at the cemetery, sharing about the random bouncer that can actually see her. When she returns home, she accidentally finds out Shane isn't a random guy. They are connected. Shane was a famous MMA fighter and had a romantic relationship with his actress girlfriend. Shane also got caught cheating on his girlfriend, and it turns out Holly did it. The scandal ruined his career and his life. Feeling guilty and sorry, Holly decides to get back to the bar to confess to Shane. To her admission, Shane becomes angry and blames it all on Holly. Holly says that she wants to make it up to Shane by bringing back his reputation, his fighting career and even his girlfriend. Holly promises to help him with his given conditions. However, when Holly reveals that Shane is the only one that can see her as a flesh and bone person, Shane doesn't believe her. A moment later, Shane meets his manager. As being invisible, Holly can help Shane expose the manager who tries to cut down $500 on his wages. After that, Shane starts to believe Holly, and the two accept the deal to help each other. Some days later, Shane invites Holly to a fight in a small club. Holly watches Shane fighting from a distance. Shane defeats his opponent without much effort. Holly thinks Shane deserves bigger venues and bigger fights. She promises that she can help him to match with better fighters. At home, Holly goes through the fighters' profiles on the internet. She finally targets one guy named Clever Suarez. The following morning, Holly appears at Suarez's house. She sends him a photo to blackmail him about the use of illegal pills and for that she wants to make a deal. The guy seems pissed off but also worried that the news would destroy his career, so he makes a deal with Holly. Right after that, Shane receives the phone call from the manager about the fight with Suarez in 6 weeks. He gets so excited and thanks Holly for it. After that, he focuses on heavy training to prepare for the important fight. On social media, the fight between Shane and Suarez goes viral. The audience is concerned about how Shane can make it up for all within 6 weeks. During the time workouts, Holly supports Shane with publicity. On the fight day, Shane asks if she wants to watch the fight game but she refuses. Holly watches Shane fighting with Suarez over streaming on TV. To everyone's surprise, Shane wins by submission in the 3rd round. It is unbelievable to the audience and social media. After the match, Shane arrives home. He takes Holly to the rooftop of the apartment building and look at the moon together. He also shares a box of peanut butter ice cream, which he always has after a fight. Shane shows his gratitude for Holly's help. He then compliments her outfit, making Holly touched. A moment later, Shane kisses Holly. However, a journalist sneaks to the roof and takes a picture of him kissing Holly. Shane rushes out to stop but the journalist has run away. Holly reassures Shane that it will look like he's alone in those pictures. The two slowly enjoy their great night after that. The next morning, Holly wanders around the city. She suddenly notices a title on the first page of the newspaper, "Who is the Shadow Girl?" She jumps up for joy as she is now shadowed in the photos, although people still can't see her at this moment. In the next fight, Shane will face Tommy, a 2-time platinum belt winner. In the press before the fight, Tommy bets with the crowd that he will knock Shane down in the first round. The two fighters become aggressive at the press. To the last question, Shane is asked if Juliana, his ex-girlfriend, is the shadow girl, but Shane leaves no comment. After the press, Holly again uses her ability to threaten Tommy. She sends him a photo, revealing that his girlfriend is only 16. To prove it, Holly even sends him his girlfriend's student ID. Tommy is frightened and has no choice but to accept her deal. As a result, Tommy let Shane win on the fight day. His reputation again is established. A few days later, Holly spreads the rumors about Shane matching with Jackson, an all-time winner, to the tabloids. However, Jackson is a scandal-free person. He has no relationship, no drug abuse, and is quite disciplined about his career. Therefore, Holly couldn't find anything to threaten him. After that, she decides to talk to Shane if he can help her find Jackson's weaknesses. However, when looking for Shane at the pub, Holly finds out he has got back to Juliana. Holly gets angry and rushes out. Shane chases Holly and finally catches her. Holly accidentally reveals that she blackmailed Tommy. As a self-esteem guy, Shane couldn't accept the truth and gets mad at what Holly did. Shane tells Holly that he would like to win by his real ability and doesn't need her arrangement. Then he decides to leave her even though Holly apologizes to him. After that, Holly gets back to her dull life without Shane. She heads to the bar and takes photos for the tabloids. Several days later, Shane shows up at her house. Shane admits that his failure in the past doesn't result from her photos. It was because of his overconfidence and wasted lifestyle. However, he still breaks up with Holly. She loses her control after being dumped. She cries and throws everything in her house. Several days later, Holly looks at herself being invisible in the mirror, which never happens before. Even Shane, the only person in the world who can see her, couldn't recognize Holly either. Being hopeless and disappointed, Holly decides to leave the city. Before leaving, she takes a visit to her family. She helps her sister reveal her pregnancy with the husband. She also helps her brother to talk to the girl he likes. Holly also realizes her dad isn't a heartless guy. He usually visits his wife's grave after she passes away. Holly realizes she never takes actions to make others love her. At the final match, it turns out Shane isn't a match to Jackson. Shane gets beaten without any way to defend. As worried for Shane, Holly decides to show up at the game. She feels bad seeing her lover in pain and getting punches. Holly, with her invisibility power, climbs to the stage so she can stand next to Shane. When she touches him on the floor and says that she would always be by his side, Shane suddenly can see her again. Not only Shane but the whole crowd can. The security has to drag her out of the stage to continue the game. But unfortunately, Shane loses the game. However, he rushes out to reunite with Holly, and they kiss each other passionately. Several days later, Holly also comes to see her dad. This time he recognizes her. The father and daughter hug each other in emotions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button if you did, subscribe if you're new. And at last, I'll say stay well, stay safe, thanks.